It's okay, Sassy. I really wasn't planning on crocheting. Yeah. Thank you for stopping me from making a mistake in crocheting today. She just thinks the desk is hers, and she just laid right on top of what I was crocheting and knocked stitch markers off on the floor and, whatever she wants to do because it's her desk. She just lets me live here. She got that paw laid off because she did have it on me until I backed up away from her. Sassy girl, you go night-night. You sleepy? Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I appreciate you all so very much, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. So, if you're new here or just don't know or don't realize or whatever, I live in Monroe, Louisiana, but I travel to Shreveport, Louisiana several times a month for doctor's appointments. I see some specialists over there, and so sometimes or all the time when I make a trip over there, I need to get out and walk before we get back in the car and head back home because it's a trip, okay? And so I just need to walk my legs so the neuropathy doesn't get so bad. So here I am at Michael's in Shreveport, Louisiana. We'll often go to a yarn store looking for the cuddle yarn. I did look online, and so before I came, I was wanting to get some cuddle craft yarn in the store. The shades of their different colors are just sometimes different from shades of yarn that I do have. And so I'm just my Michael's in my town does not carry cuddle craft in the store. And I was going to have to order it online, but I really wanted to see it in person. And it is a special looking yarn. Know what color I was getting. So I looked online, and the Shreveport store did have the cuddle. There's another owl. Let me look over craft tube yarn in the store. So now I got two sides to kind of pay attention to. Here's some clips of me rushing through the yarn aisles looking for the cuddle craft yarn. I almost didn't find it. Anyway, I'm just kind of looking. Oh gosh, that yarn caught my eye. It's not tube yarn, but it is a yarn that I can crochet with. It is the Posh Pearl loops and thread. And let's see. Oh, I'm not seeing the tube yarn. I thought maybe it might be with that since it is a kind of a, a different type of yarn. It's not like a twisted strands together. I'm not having any luck, and I am looking at both sides. My head's, going back and forth, looking for it, and I'm getting really disappointed because online it said they had it. I'm just like, where's it at? That's all the yarn they have. Oh, look at that glow-in-the-dark yarn. Now, I'll be honest, that just feels kind of really stiff and icky. Not stiff as in a thick yarn. It feels thick. It feels icky in like it's been wet and dried or something like that, which maybe they sprayed something on it to make it glow. I'm not sure. I know there's not yarn over there. Oh, wait, what is that? That's the cuddle yarn. Okay. It's hidden. Very well hidden. Like if I just didn't look around that corner, I would not have seen that. And I would have left very disappointed. But they have it, and they have it in several colors there. I'm not seeing the gray, and I did want it in gray, but I'm not seeing that. Oh, look, here is some crochet Christmas projects, and they are $11.99 a piece, but it does include everything that you need in that project. And so I'm looking at them and just kind of going back and forth in my mind, like they're cute, but do I really want to crochet that? I know how to crochet a house. I don't know. That cup right there is very cute. There's 2 cups, so I'm looking at that and trying to decide. But really, I'd be paying $11.99 for the pattern because I'm not going to use the yarn that's in it because I would use either the cuddle yarn or another type of tube yarn. But I could re-gift that as a present since I'm not using the yarn, but I decided not to get one in the end. But back to the cuddle yarn, they have some different colors, different shades of colors. So I'm just quickly trying to think of what colors do I need. I had some projects in mind, and my mind is going blank right now, of course, and I can't decide on which colors I need 2 of. There's Big Daddy. He was in the car, but he got out and came on in. I'm trying to decide, like, the projects I was wanting to do, which colors did I need 2 of, and which colors did I only need 1 of. I can't remember. Okay, so my phone battery ran out, died. My phone died before I even finished that trip. So I wanted to show you guys what I did get at Michael's over there. And we'll just look in this little bag and see what's in here first, because I really don't know. I don't remember. Sometimes it's that way. Okay, so I got this little patch, and what I'm thinking of doing is making some of these and using these patches for the belly patch. Instead of this, adding some patches on there, just some fun things. So I picked up that little patch I thought was cute. Now this is too big for these type size amigurumis, but they would be great for other things, and these were just $1. So I picked these up. There was this purple flower, this one that says love, and then the mushroom one, and these are only $1. And actually I should have picked up like 2 of each or something, but I didn't. I just picked up one. I wasn't thinking. I had a lot of other stuff on my mind at the moment. Anyway, that's the patches I picked up in there, and I hope to have some fun with those soon. Let's see. I collect rubber ducks. I have a collection of rubber ducks, and so here was this rubber duck here I saw. Here is one like a turkey, and then I guess a farmer. I don't know. A turkey duck and a farmer duck, and they're fall colors, so it does say Thanksgiving rubber duck. And so, oh, I didn't know those were that much. Ooh, okay. Now, I would not have purchased those at that much. They do have some other rubber ducks that are like $1, $2, $2.99. I did not realize these were quite expensive, but I done bought them. They're home with me now. So, I'll just happy accident, because I wouldn't have bought them if I'd seen that price, to be honest. I'm going to set these over here to this side for now. And let's see what else I have in my bag. I have some yarn. Let's see. All right. I picked yellow. I guess they call it yellow. Let me just get out all the ones I got, and then we'll look at the colors, what they're called, and talk about them. And I also want to compare them with some Wooble yarn and some Amazon yarn and such. So let me just empty my bag up here. Get the whole rainbow out, right? And let me just say, at the end, when I checked out, the girl was so sweet when I checked out. She was so nice, and I just made a little friendly chat with her, you know, and was just saying, you know, I hate that I came on a week that the yarn's not on sale. And she's like, oh, I have a coupon. And I got 30% off of every item I purchased. Wow. I was like, cha-ching, that is cool. Saved me some dough. And I didn't look behind me, but Big Daddy's eyes were probably bugging out as she was ringing that stuff up. He wouldn't say anything. He knows that, you know, this is my job. Right here's crocheting. And so, you know, he has to have clothes for work. I don't have to have clothes for work. I have to have yarn for work. Alright, so we're going to look at this yarn and talk about it. I'm trying to lay something else over here, though. Okay, so I ended up getting 2 whites just because you always need white for little accent pieces or just different things. You might need white somewhere. So I did pick up 2 whites. And I'm going to look real quick and see. Oh, they're calling it Marshmallow Magic. That's what I wanted to see, if they had some fun names. So this is Marshmallow Magic. Very pretty. It's the prettiest Marshmallow Magic I ever had. And let's see. The yellow. I think I got 2 yellows. It is called Daffodil. Daffodil Delight. That's awesome. So I got 2 Daffodil Delights. Okay, this green is called Glow Stick Green. You know, I've had a few skeins of this, but I don't know that I've ever read the names. So I'm glad I decided to do that. Glow Stick Green. I love that. Okay, I'm going to put Glow Stick Green over here. Let's see. I believe I only got 1 orange, and it's called Tangerine Tango. It looks like I only got 1. And I only got 1 of this brown. Where is it? It is called Desert Dune. I'm pretty sure it says Dune. Desert Dune. Yay. Okay, and then, you know, I just don't know what I was thinking at the moment. I got 2 of some colors and 1 of some colors, and I'm like, I should have got 2 of that one. That's an odd color. So anyway, I guess I'll have to just go back. Shucks. Okay, this is called Posh Pink. And this one right here is called Ladybug Love. Oh, I love that. I'm a sucker for the sappy stuff, okay? I really like sappy stuff. Ladybug Love. Oh, that's just awesome. Okay, this one is called Blueberry Blitz. Now, it seems like I have read that one before. And this brown, which I should have got 2 of. It would be an alternative to black for me if I can see these stitches. It is called Marvelous Mocha. raspberry purple, and I did get 2 of that one. 2 raspberry purples. Okay, the green is Jungle Jewel. Awesome. And let me see what this pink is called. Pink, pink, pink. Fairy dust. Okay, fairy dust. All right, so this is the Loops and Thread Cuddlecraft Tube yarn. It's 109 yards, which ends up being 100 grams. I'm trying to think. Sometimes I buy some on Amazon that's 50 grams. So this is going to be double that. That helps me in my mind know that I could probably get 2 of these small size amigurumis like what's on my desk. Because I can usually get 1 out of the 50 gram ones. So 100 grams. And the reason why I know that by grams is because it's sold on Amazon and it doesn't tell the yards. It tells the grams, which I'm thinking it's probably about 60 yards. I don't know that for sure, but I don't know. I was just guessing that on one of them. But anyway, that is what I got at Michael's on my little trip in there. So these are 4-weight yarns. And it is a tube. That means that there's no fibers to come untwisted and split while I am crocheting, because I do have issues with that. I'm just, coming to terms that I'm going to have to use this kind of yarn, because regular 4-weight twisted yarn, I just can't hold the tension well enough, and it comes, it splits on me too much. It's too frustrating to crochet with. And so I'm coming to terms with, this is my yarn that I will be crocheting with. And so that's why I was wanting to pick up some colors. And yeah, I don't know why I got 2 of some and only 1 of others. And I'm going to just look at this for a minute and see something. Okay. Well, the red, I only got 1 red and 1 green. I'm going to need red and green for some upcoming projects. I already know that, so I should have got 2 of each, but I didn't. The orange and the blue, I already know that I'm just dying to make some blue snails. So why did I only get 1? I don't know. The pink would be a great access color to a lot of projects. I want to make a blue snail, and a yellow might be nice for the underbelly part of that. So I could use 1 yellow for that. But I did get 2 yellows. But I only got 1 brown and 1 marvelous mocha. Tan is what I was talking about. So anyway, I guess I should make a note of that. And next time I go get those colors, I don't know. Depends on if the yarn's on sale or not. At that moment when I was getting this yarn, I really wasn't knowing that I was about to get 30% off of every item. So that probably played a big factor in it, wouldn't you imagine? Yeah, I think so. I also picked up these 2 skeins of the Loops and Thread Posh Pearl. This is 233 yards, and it is a, let me look at my magnifier here. It is a 5 bulky yarn. It's a 5 bulky, and this one is called Bright Purple. And so I picked this up because even though this is not a tube yarn, it's kind of like a cord yarn. It doesn't split. It's just a solid piece. And so I can crochet with that also. And this one is the same thing, and it is called Bright Blue. Not very creative, are they? Anyway, so I did pick these up, and I've picked some of these up in the past, so I do want to make some projects with these. But I've just been enjoying making some little guys for my desk with these yarn. And these are going to come out, you know, a bit bigger because it is a thigh bulky yarn. Okay, here is some purple wooble yarn that came from Amazon. It was ordered off of Amazon. So this is purple wooble yarn. And then this is the blue Cuddlecraft yarn from Michaels. Okay, so I just wanted to show you the little bit of difference in these. They're pretty much the same, except I do notice that the wooble yarn is slightly thicker. Not really enough to make that much of a difference, but yeah, this cuddle yarn is just a tiny bit thinner, and you can tell that when you're looking at this compared to looking at this one. You can barely tell it. I think you'd have to probably the person would have to crochet with this a lot to even know that that is slightly different. But they're very, very comparable. They can be used together. It's not that, you know, the difference is so slight that it's not going to affect your project or anything. So I would definitely interchange these yarns in one project. But even filling it like that, I mean, they're about the same. I'm just saying that one is slightly thinner, but not much. But not much. Okay, and then another yarn that I get off of Amazon, and I just happen to have a ball right here. Now this one is slightly thicker than the wooble yarn. Not a lot, but I just know because I crochet with this a lot. And so I just know this one is slightly thicker. And I have one open right here. Let me see if I can grab it. Okay, so this yarn did come from Amazon. It was about $7.99 a ball. And what did I do with that package? Someone had asked me what was the yarn I was using in a project the other day, and this is it. It's the Begin Ease yarn from Amazon, and you can just look up tube yarn or beginner yarn or anything like that if you're interested in that kind of yarn. But that is the yarn that I used, and this one is called Fruit Yarn. And it is 120 grams. And let me see, do I have a wrapper for that in here? I just emptied my garbage can at my desk. I know there was several wrappers of it in that, but... And then we also have the Beginner Bee yarn, at Hobby Lobby, and it is 60 yards. Maybe that's where I got that 60. No, it's 65. 65 yards in it. And it is, I mean, it's just the same. It really is. All these really are the same. I just happen to notice that when one feels thinner or a little bit, tiny bit thicker. But yes, those are the same. This one is a tiny bit thicker. You can probably see that with the eye. But you can still use this one with these others. It's not that big of a difference. Anyway, so the tube yarn, That's the places I buy tube yarn is Michael's, Amazon, which used to get it at Joann's, but since they're gone, Amazon. And I was gifted this by Christy. So thank you so much for that package of yarn you sent me, because I am loving it and I'm using that yarn up. And then Hobby Lobby, you can get this. And then on Amazon, you can get some of the easy crochet yarn or beginner yarn, or, you just have to search and yarn for beginners or tube yarn or whatever. Anyway, so why do I buy yarn at all these the same yarn at all these different places? Well, for the color variation. If you want to have different shades of a color, you're going to get this at Hobby Lobby. This is Michael's. This is online. The Woobles one is very comparable to this. It might be just a shade off, but it is a difference. Like, you couldn't switch to this in mid-project to the other one, because it is a slight difference of the color. But, so if you want variations in your colors and such, you would have to go to different stores, to get those different colors. And the same with the pinks. I have this pink, and then the Woobles pink is this right here. So if you want the different shades of pink, you'd have to go to different stores. And I didn't grab Hobby Lobby's pink in there, but I did grab some blues, because I am wanting to make some snails with blue yarn. And so let me clear some of this out, and I'm going to show some blue yarns from various places. See what I've gotten here. Here is the Woobles blue. That's their standard blue. Here, I'm still cleaning off my desk. Okay. That's the Woobles blue. That's the Michael's blue. And this is the Hobby Lobby blue. So you can see you got 3 different shades of blue there, which I'm thankful for, because sometimes that blue might just be too turquoisey, and then that blue might be too dark, and then you have that light blue. But yeah, so I was searching for some blues in this, and even on Amazon I'm still looking for some color variegated blue. Yeah, if you want variegated in this tube yarn, you're gonna have to go to Amazon. They're the place that has the variegateds, and they have some really pretty variegated colors, and they work up nicely. This is what I am working on with that variegated yarn I showed you a few minutes before. This will be a snail, and that is just working up lovely. Now, this particular project has you to do back loops only every 1 to 2 rows, so you're constantly switching back loops only. But that is just working up beautifully. And that's that yarn I showed you that I got from Amazon. So, yeah, to get variegated yarn, you do have to go to Amazon, because Michael's or Hobby Lobby do not carry that. And there might be a Woobles variegated, but it's only one color. It's kind of a pastel-y color, but you can get some other real pretty, bright, variegated colors of all shades from Amazon. So I am going to be doing some projects with this yarn also. I just have been enjoying making some Woobles at the moment. But yeah, I do have other projects I have in mind, and making them different sizes. So check back with me. But that was my Michael's haul for that day. And I'm going to check my Michael's and see if we have any of those patches at the store here in Monroe. And I'll be going back to Shreveport before long because I'm sure I'll have a doctor's appointment over there. I know I do in November, probably several of them in November. Maybe I'll get October off. That would be nice because I get tired of going all the way just report for doctor's appointments for the specialist that I need to see. So anyway, guys, that was my haul, and I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something. Maybe not for you, but maybe you can share with someone else. I appreciate you all so very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day and a week to come, and I'll see you next time. Remember, it's a beautiful day to crochet. Trying to clean up my desk. I guess Sissy's helping me. Are you helping me, Sissy? Watch out, little girl. I need to move stuff around. You're kind of in the way, Sissy girl. Come on, Sissy. No. That's not yours. Come on. Go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Come on, Sissy. Can you move? Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Go, go, go. She has no sense of there's no space for me. I'm talking about this other side of my desk over here. She just plows through and just knocks everything on the floor. Sassy can walk and like step into places and get over here without knocking everything off. But Sissy here, she just plows through and knocks everything off into the floor. It doesn't matter to her if she fits or not. Come on, Sissy. Go, Sissy girl. Go, go, go. Thank you. Now, clean up my desk real quick. Here's Pierre's hat and Rose's hat. Because I gotta block everybody.